Alright, welcome to Drinking While Gaming, a live broadcast channel. So today we're going to look at Young's Double Chocolate Stout. I'd like to make it clear that Young's is not actually endorsing me, or neither is anybody that I am going to... I just like to show what I'm drinking. Alright, so step one for the Unhallowed Essence Fire Build is have all the pieces of the Unhallowed Essence set, or 5 of the pieces, and a Ring of Royal Grandeur. There's Cage of the Hellborn, Accursed Visage, Hellwalkers, and Unholy Plates. This set focuses on using your discipline for damage, so you want to make sure that all of your equipment has, or as many pieces as can possibly have, as I seem to be unable to find, there we go, max discipline, plus 12 max discipline. Every point of max discipline is going to provide you a healthy chunk of damage. To be specific, it's going to add 20% damage for every point of discipline you have. So just adding one item that has plus 12 discipline will give you 220% more damage, which is pretty, but I can tell you that my maximum discipline is 74. So that's what? A bunch. Because it's drinking while gaming, not mathing while gaming. Alright, now, to maximize on this build's potential, we're going to go with the multi-shot fire build. I think it's probably the best multi-shot build you can do. To maximize that, you're going to need Yang's Recurve. It will give you plus 50% faster attack speed for multi-shot, which is just incredibly good. You also want to use Dead Man's Legacy, which will hit enemies twice below, in this case, 51%, but I think it starts at 60%. This is almost a perfect roll, Dead Man's Legacy. Plus 10 crit chance, plus 12 max discipline, 100% bonus to multi-shot damage. That's a huge, huge bonus. So for slots that aren't dedicated to Unhallowed's Essence, or these two specific items, Hunter's Wrath, really useful in boosting up your resources. You're going to be spamming multi-shot a lot and fast, so this will give you the opportunity to regen some of that resource and bumps up some damage while you do it. Amulet. This is not best in slot, not by far. It is the best that I have found so far for this build, or for this character. But as you can see, 77% crit chance, 99% crit hit. Not awesome. It happens to be an ancient, which gives me 968 dexterity, but I'll find something better at some point. Reaper's Wraps. Not absolutely necessary, especially as you can see how crappy these ones are. In fact, this is probably my solidly crappiest item I have. And it's not even fire damage, it's cold damage. I should really just spend some time rerolling Reaper's Wraps. But the health globes restore 28% of your primary resource is pretty valuable for the same reason that Hunter's Wrath is. Alright, we're using Focus and Restraint on this. You know, generally pop with your main attack, then spam with multi-shot, and you will always keep it up. Alright, that's all of our equipment. Let's look at our cubes. So I've got Calamity, Cindercoat, Convention of Elements. Calamity, you know, you can swap that out for a number of things. Rain of Vengeance items are popular, as are Vengeance items, or anything that reduces the cooldown of Vengeance. Cinder Coat is really useful as it reduces the resource cost. As I mentioned before, you burn a lot of resources. You're spending a lot of time trying to maintain your resource costs. Um, Conversion of Elements, not only is the 200% bonus to fire damage really awesome, but again, it helps lower your resource costs, especially when you're fighting Rift bosses or bosses in general, anything elite. The fewer times you have to hit it, the fewer resources you're spending, especially if you pop Vengeance right when you hit the fire portion of Convention of Elements, you will just decimate your Rift Guardian. Which brings us to skills. Primary, we're using Evasive Fire. Focus, that's for Hatred Regeneration. I don't need to mention again how important that is. Multi-Shot, I'm using Arsenal, which is the rocket-based version. You can also use, I believe, Broadside is the full broadside. I believe is fire damage. Although on PC, I believe it's fire damage. On here, I also believe it's fire damage, but they don't say. So I'm not going to speculate. I know for a fact Arsenal is fire damage, and the rockets do help out nicely when you're targeting large groups with your multi-shot, but you have a few strays. Your missiles will definitely help take out the strays that aren't in your cone of fire. Vault is your oh fuck button. You will use it a lot, but try not to abuse it, because when you do, it uses discipline. Discipline is your damage. Every point of discipline you don't have is 20% of damage you're not doing. Companion, Wolf Companion, straight up, easy 10% increase, or I'm sorry, 30% increase in damage when you activate it. So it's great for pushing those greater rifts. Preparation, Invigoration, increase max discipline by 20. Obviously, that's a 400% increase in damage, so you need it. Vengeance is your boss killer. Pop it and then spam multi-shot and... Oh crap, I have no rune assigned. Embarrassing. So in my case, I'm going with fire. Oh, wait a minute, there may be a reason. No, I want the gain 10 Hanger per second. Seize. This again will help with your resource cost. And still, a lot of these take away your homing rockets. You're going to want those if you're doing this particular build, because they're useful. Okay. Now, shoot. I changed my passives because I was using I was going to switch to a Hellfire Amulet that gave me one of the passives I already had, so I switched it out. But this is not a bad set. You have a little bit of leeway here. If you're pushing greater rifts, you're certainly going to want awareness, so you get that freebie death. If you're not pushing greater rifts, I've recently been just leveling gems. Awareness isn't really necessary. I'm not dying very often. So I have archery, because my bow is just a straight 8% increased damage. Blend Vengeance is, again, about resource upkeep. In the second part of this build, you'll see how quickly I tear through resources, even with everything you've seen that is designed to... so this helps with that. Ballistics is great because of all the rockets you're throwing out all the time. So you'll see that those rockets actually do substantial damage. They're not just, ticking off mobs that are, outside of your cone. And Ambush. It's great because dealing 40% additional damage to enemies above 75% health, combined with hitting enemies twice at 51% health or lower, means that there's only, what, 24%, that section in between 51 and 75 of their health bar is the only point in which I'm not doing additional damage. Um, Either 40% or technically 100% as I'm hitting twice. So it's really good for just maintaining really high damage numbers. Paragon points, you want to go movement speed primary, mobility is key, maximum hatred secondary, dexterity tertiary, vitality if you need it.
You cannot afford that.
This particular build at this particular difficulty level doesn't. For offense, critical hit damage, critical hit chance, then attack speed. Cooldown reduction is not hugely necessary. Um, if you want to spam Vengeance more often, then you might want to go cooldown reduction. Or just equip Ingeome, the staff, as a cubed item. And because it's your only skill with a cooldown, oh, never mind. Ingeome has a different skill set, but it'll still reduce your cooldown. You can always put points into cooldown over attack speed if you want, but I only use Vengeance uh, for Rift Guardians, so I don't really need the cooldown reduction. In defense, resist all, armor, then life is my preference. Resist all because this is not an intelligence-based class, it's an armor-based class, so you get your armor from your dex, you get your resist all from your intelligence, but you have no intelligence on this build. So resist all first, followed by armor, or you could do life then armor. It's kind of up to you. It's entirely up to you, really. And then for utility, area damage is really nice. Especially, it doesn't apply as much when you're using multi-shot, but it definitely applies when you're using your primary attack skill and your missiles. So maxing out that first will definitely hugely increase your damage output to groups. Resource cost reduction, actually, I digress, should be your number one, then area damage. Again, you just tear through resources so fast. Life on hit, then gold find. Alright, now let's take you through a Greater Rift. There we go. Alright, so the highest I've done so far with this build is 63. I don't think I even died on that one, so we'll go ahead and push 63 just for your entertainment's sake. This build definitely has the potential to do way higher. In the 80s, I would imagine. Late 70s, early 80s, maybe even higher. If you may remember, my amulet is crap. Getting a Hellfire amulet is definitely a bonus to this build. To every build, really. But getting a good one would definitely increase my my Greater Rift push. But let's go ahead and do this. All right. So the playstyle is super simple. I would give it a 5 shots and 4 beers before it actually would get difficult. It really is just open with your primary, follow with spamming multi-shot, and just stay out of the way. I mean, it's not hard not to, stay alive.
I need more hatred to do that.
Make sure you can aim. I'm probably 2 shots in at this point, so aiming may not be my strong point. No, you know what? Pushing, you have to use Vengeance a little more often. But not so often that cooldown should be a huge deal for you. This is a slightly squishy build at higher Greater Rifts. as you can see, it's not really built for defense. It's definitely an offensive build, which is great for leveling gems. It's great for, you know, up to the high 50s. I solo 55 for gem leveling without an issue whatsoever.
Not ready yet. My hatred is too low.
Keep in mind, this is not my highest one beaten. This is the highest one open to me. So probably 61 or 62 is the last one I actually beat. And clearly, I was wrong when I said I don't think I died. I already died twice, so I probably died a few times in that last one. But it's okay. Oh wait, this beer break brought to you by me drinking beer. Young's Double Chocolate Stout is what I'm enjoying at the moment. It's actually really good. It's very smooth. It's like a smoother Guinness.
I need more hatred to do that.
Ugh. Alright. I think I remember why I stopped pushing at that point. It's because the rifts were getting... It's just taking so long to kill trash mobs. Again, so when you're pushing greater rifts, if you haven't watched a video on that, grouping is key. That's why area damage is so important. Because you don't want to spend a bunch of time killing one mob. You want to be doing a bunch of damage, area damage to a bunch of mobs. So you want to group. The problem with grouping is it's very dangerous. It involves you dashing through large swaths of monsters to get them to get to you. So if you screw up, you die. And dying in greater rifts is really annoying because of the cooldown. Oh crap, I didn't go through gems. So I will tell you what the gems are. It's the damage based on distance gem. It is the damage goes up per hit on a target gem. And I honestly don't remember what the last gem is. Let's just take a quick look. Bane of the Stricken. Every time you hit, it goes up by percentage, and plus 25 damage to Rift Guardians. Huge awesomeness. And there we go, Bane of the Trapped. It's great for your close range. 31.2% damage at, well, rank 54, but it's a lot of damage, especially if your follower is equipped with a weapon that can impede the movement of whoever he hits. Otherwise, you're doing plus percentage damage to anybody within 15 yards. And then, of course, damages in, Zaya's Stone of Vengeance damages increased by 6.3% for every 10 yards at rank 46. Plus 20% chance on a hit to stun, which will proc your Bane of the Trapped.
I have more control.
So, it's a decent gem setup. There are others I've seen that are just as functional. This is the one I enjoy using at the moment. If I find a combo that picks up pushes my greater rifts higher, I'll let you know.
I must heal.
Nope. Alright, and there we go. Just take the time.
Your fear betrays you.
Feel free to leave constructive criticism in the videos. Know that I am not sober in these videos. The channel is called Drinking While Gaming. I make mistakes. I don't thoroughly research all of the facts. I don't state facts that I don't research, but, you know.
That was just a taste.
I will try not to set you wrong. Alright, let's go vengeance.
Not enough hatred.
And even with vengeance, pumping out 10 hatred per, still I'm not pumping enough. So I don't think I'm going to make this rift unless some magic happens. Which though entirely possible. Entirely likely. I keep forgetting that I have a shield on. Well, I did anyway. I tend to forget the basics of gameplay real quick. Like, use my primary skill before I start spamming multi-shot. It only increases the damage by a flat 50%, which is huge. 50% multiplicative, as opposed to additive.
I need more hatred to do that.
Yes, you do. I also don't know if the game audio goes through the live broadcast. I assume it does. But sometimes I respond to my demon hunters shit-talking. Which, if you can't hear, it just makes me sound like a crazy person. Or at least a more so crazy person than I sound on a normal basis. Yeah, I'm not doing awesome on this run. I'm gonna do less awesome right now. And now I've run. Yep, that's scary. Spam vengeance. Because I use vengeance so infrequently, I tend to forget I have it unless I'm fighting a Rift Guardian. And fire. Okay, what's up, guys? Ooh, that's pain. The one of the small issues I have with this build is that it pumps out so much fire, just debris and random crap, that it's hard to tell what could possibly hurt you. And what's just random crap that you put out. Oh, come on.
You won't survive that. My hatred is too low.
I also sometimes forget that this build does far more damage the further away I am from my mobs. Beer break. I should probably also mention that this episode is brought to you in addition to Young's Double Chocolate Stout by Evan Williams. The cheap way to augment your buzz. So I don't have the numbers on it, but I'm pretty sure multi-shot only extends to the farthest edge of your screen. There we go. Now I seem to actually be doing damage. So I don't think it hits stuff off screen, or the distance to the top left and right. I'm not sure what the yardage on that is.
Not enough hatred. I could get accustomed to that.
So keep that in mind when you're attacking. If you know there's mobs up there, but you're not hitting them, you're certainly not doing any damage. Although the missiles fired, I do think have a longer range. A much longer range, actually. But again, I haven't checked that. I need to start grouping mobs. So I play mostly solo. By mostly, I literally mean 99 point maybe 5% of the time I'm solo. Because on the PlayStation 4, hacking is possible, and it's very, very easy to get into a public game, and somebody will have a gem of ease that has been, hacked into the hundreds of levels, which provides just enormous XP bonuses to that character. But the XP bonus of all characters in a group, I believe, is either averaged between the group or somehow weighted. But the point being is you can accidentally, just by joining a game and going into any kind of a rift, you can gain thousands of Paragon levels unintentionally because their Gem of Ease bonus is being distributed amongst the group, which is a real bummer because I do sometimes really enjoy playing with groups. Yeah, mostly with friends, but sometimes with strangers. It's just fun to do a four-player group. Or when you're trying to level early in a season on PC, groups are very useful. But that's just not a thing here. Public groups are not going to happen for me. But because I play entirely solo, it took me a while to learn the group up the mobs trick, which is a lot easier when you've got 4 players. Yeah, I'm clearly not going to clear this rift in time. Although, to be completely honest, I've never failed a rift. I always play very conservatively. I don't cross into rift territory that I'm pretty certain I can beat. So I've never actually seen what happens when you fail to beat a rift.
Not enough hatred.
Ugh. So yeah, as you can see, I'm constantly running out of hatred. I could save some if I were constantly attacking from a further vantage point, but I need to upgrade my amulet. Oh, that was shitty. Yeah, I'm out. I'm not gonna do this. I'm not gonna finish this on time. I need to just roll a bunch of Hellfire amulets and re-roll a bunch of Reaper's Wraps. Oh, I lost my Nephilim Glory bonus, which is a huge deal. It's not available on PC, but on PlayStation and Xbox consoles, it's a massive bonus as it doubles your damage. I get multiplicatively. You just do double damage straight up,
You won't survive that.
which is huge. The problem, of course, is that you get into a play style where you're used to your Nephilim Glory.
My hatred is too low.
But you actually have to get the globe before you can do the damage, so it makes starting higher greater rifts more difficult and adds a additional penalty to dying. Oh, fuck. Oh my god. So I'm going to run out of time on this rift the second I respawn. That's okay. We'll see what happens. Alright, timer has expired. As has some of my equipment.
Darkness awaits you. That was just a taste.
Yeah, I think it was just bad playing. Maybe I was just talking too much, not paying attention. Oh, the nice thing about multi-shot is it does go through walls, and the waller affix. Alright, so I think I still summon the Guardian. I don't get a chance to upgrade gems for killing it.
Do you want more?
I really need to just pre-record these videos and narrate as I'm watching them, so I don't get distracted by the whole broadcasting thing. It'll probably make it a little less fun. Not that these videos are as fun as I kind of hoped they would be.
Not enough
You
hatred.
know, drinking, gaming, probably should be more entertaining than just my monotone voice.
I must wait longer.
Arg! What are we at? 30 seconds? Oh, wait. Oh, there's no more timer because the timer expired. Well, that's pleasant.
The Rift Guardian has
Alright,
arrived.
so I do still get the Rift Guardian. Let's see how fast I can kill the Rift Guardian. Bum, bum, bum. Oh, come on, that was bull. Oh, no, my... Something is broken, too. Oh, it's my chest piece. Oh, well, probably more than that now. So yes, my chest armor is broken. My shoulders are broken. Pretty sure I can't even repair anything. Okay, that was a full onslaught. While fire from my conventional elements was kicking, and I did almost no damage. Ah, this teleporting... Okay, we're done. So I'm gonna resurrect in town. Can I repair my shit now? Since the timer's expired? Yes. Yes, I can. I can probably also spend Paragon points. Oh, no, okay. Alright, we're just gonna go ahead and... Oh shit, what, I can't? I can't cancel the rift? Oh, lame. Which means now I have to run all the way. Oh, I guess not. Not feeling my best right now. And now I'm doing some damage. Okay, this is the part where I do the least damage. Once it gets down to 51%, start popping double damage again. There we go. And there we go.
Good to see you.
Yep. Alright, but hey, look. All those legendaries. Alright, so that's it. I'm done. Leave comments, like, share, do whatever you want. It's all good. I don't care that much. Have a good night.